Hello and welcome to Stable-Ise. Today we're going to look at the fantastic and lovely looking Blue Drake. The Blue Drake is one of the few Drake mounts that is pretty plain and pretty boring, honestly. It's not an amazingly detailed mount like the Azure Drake, and it's not an amazingly colour schemed mount like the Black Drake, but it does look very good, nicely polished, well rounded. It's a very nice, aesthetically pleasing model. The Blue Drake, a lot like the Azure Drake, is available from the Eye of Eternity, from Malygos. You can get both the mounts in a single drop, though the chances are very low. So don't expect to get both at once. But it gives you an excuse to run Malygos again and again and again, so, I don't see a problem with that. The only problem with certain aspects of the Blue Drake is there may be a bit of misleading information online, because back in Wrath of the Lich King, the Blue Drake wasn't originally available from Malygos. The Blue Drake actually used to be available from the Oculus. Now, in the Oculus, which is the dungeon that most people really dislike from Wrath of the Lich King, me included, because it's a pain in the arse, though I do like the idea of the Oculus, it was one of the mounts that was available from the end boss, in a loot box, so it was basically classified as a dungeon mount. However, this changed at the end of Wrath of the Lich King for a reason I'm not entirely sure of, and was instead assigned to Malygos' loot table, making Malygos the only boss in the whole of World of Warcraft that was responsible for dropping two separate mounts. So be careful of that if you were looking this up online from a different source. You cannot get the Blue Drake through the Oculus anymore, no matter how hard you try. It's not that I don't like the Blue Drake model, I like all of the Drakes, but compared to the other mount that drops from Malygos, the Azure Drake, the Blue Drake is just infinitely not as interesting. The Azure Drake is armoured with cool sigils and patterns and a much more sort of deeper dark blue and lighter blue theming. It's a lot more sort of like the Twilight Drake from the Sarthian fight, and a combination of that along with some of the armoured mounts from previous generations, like the PvP Ruthless Gladiator mounts. Compared to this, the Blue Drake is just a standard Blue Drake. I mean, honestly, it's a lovely, basic purpose mount, but it's nothing special. It's nothing unique. You wouldn't look at it, turn around and say, oh look, it's a Blue Drake, that's phenomenal. But then the same argument could actually be made for the Black Drake, couldn't it? I mean, the Black Drake is just the Black Drake model with a saddle on it. I guess it's because I like the Black Drake model a lot more than the Blue Drake model, even though I'd like the Blue Dragonfly a lot more than the Black Dragonfly. In truth, though, it is a very nice mount. It's not terribly difficult to get a hold of, though it is a lot harder to get a hold of than the Black Drake. You just require a little bit of patience and just killing Malygos, which is sadly rather easy nowadays. If you're looking to add a new Drake mount to your collection, you really couldn't go any worse, or any better for that matter, than the lovely Blue Drake. It's not the most amazing mount in the game, and it's not certainly a mount that I would turn around and say you have to get, but it's a good mount to add to your collection if you get a bit of luck and spend a bit of time going for it.